Dodoma, from humble beginnings to capital city on the rise. Dodoma's roots stretch back to the Gogo people, who inhabited the area for centuries. Its name, Dodomia, translates to the place to fetch water, highlighting its importance as a natural spring. In 1907, German colonists during the construction of the Tanzanian Central Railway founded the modern city. Early Dodoma followed typical colonial planning, with a segregated European quarter and a separate native village. Economic development and capital city goals. In 1973, Tanzania's first president, Julius Nyerere, announced the ambitious plan to shift the capital from Dar es Salaam to Dodoma. This aimed to centralize government administration, improve proximity to all regions and facilitate communication, reduce regional inequality, promote development in central Tanzania and lessen dominance of coastal areas. Create a socialist capital, design a city aligned with Tanzania's focus on equity and self-reliance. The development strategy for Dodoma involved master planning, a well-defined plan for phased growth, emphasizing pedestrian-friendly neighborhoods and green spaces. Infrastructure development, building government offices, educational institutions, hospitals, and transportation networks. Attracting private sector investment, encouraging businesses to relocate or establish new ventures in Dodoma. Significance of investing in Dodoma. Investing in Dodoma holds potential benefits for Tanzania. Boosting economic growth, increased government spending, infrastructure projects, and business activity can create jobs and stimulate various sectors. Balanced development. Shifting focus to central Tanzania can reduce regional disparities and improve rural communities. Strengthening national identity. A centrally located capital fosters a sense of unity and promotes inclusive governance. Developing a modern city. Dodoma's planned growth provides a unique opportunity to create a sustainable and efficient urban environment. Dodoma's journey as Tanzania's capital is promising yet ongoing. While challenges remain, the city's strategic location, planned development, and potential for economic and social advancement make it a worthwhile investment. Continued commitment and efficient strategies are key to transforming Dodoma into a thriving capital and a shining example of balanced development in Africa.